hope you can see the piece, the calm, quite clearly. Okay. For those who are really your first time, okay, you've got to be quite patient. Quite patient. You might drift a lot and find it, quite difficult to focus, but this is quite natural. So the key point is that be patient and then keep up with the practice. It will come to a point that it becomes much easier for you. But always think of the bonus that you will gain, okay? The bonus that you will gain. That is, you're able to just, live in peace and don't go up and down the emotional spectrum, which sometimes it can be quite scary. Right, before we have a lunch, I would like to just explain this a bit. Okay, won't be long. Okay, there is a Thai saying. Okay, a Thai saying that ใจเป็นนายกายเป็นบ่าว. Okay, it means that our mental self is the boss, whereas our physical self is merely a shell or a servant. Okay, so basically, it means that our physical body is only a shell, whereas our mental self is our true self. But these two selves, they have to work together in tandem to form a perfect life form. One cannot live without the other. Okay? One cannot live without the other. Okay? So we look at the state of birth. What is the difference between a crying baby and a stillbirth baby? Okay? At this point, I've got to give you a bit of information about the Buddha's knowledge. The Buddha said that there are 3 factors to create a life form. 3 factors to create a life form is that, first of all, you've got to have the ripened egg, okay, in the ovary, in the womb. Secondly, this ripened egg got to meet up with the male sperm. So these are the conception of this physical body. Thirdly, we need to have what they call the rebirth consciousness. Patisonthi vinyan. The rebirth consciousness entering the womb. Okay, this is the 3rd factor, okay, to create a life form. From this, you would understand between the difference between a crying baby and a dead baby. A crying baby, it means that you got the egg and the sperm, the conception to create this life form, the physical body. Okay, and this always also have the rebirth consciousness entering the womb. As soon as this rebirth consciousness entering the womb, it would become the human consciousness. You see, the word consciousness never leaves. From a rebirth consciousness, it would become the human consciousness, which is the core of life. Because this human consciousness, that's why this baby can cry, can kick, can suck the milk from the mommy's breast, and they can grow up, turn into an adult like you. Okay? This is because it got the 3 factors. Whereas a stillbirth baby, oh, what happened to my baby when she doesn't cry, or this thing? It is because a dead baby has only the sperm, have only the conception, the sperm and the egg that build this body, but there is no rebirth consciousness entering the womb. So therefore, there is no human consciousness to allow this baby to grow. You see that? Or it could be in this reason that the egg and the sperm build a very weak house. So this shell is very much like a house. This got to house your inner self, your real self. And this inner self, this consciousness, need to have a strong house. So if the sperm and the egg build, The heart got the hole, the lung got the hole, you know, with the built the weak body, an incomplete body. This rebirth consciousness, although want to enter in the womb, but it cannot reside in this, you know, weak or broken house. So therefore, there is no house to house this rebirth consciousness. Okay, could be any reason. Okay, but the whole point is that a dead baby has no human consciousness. So therefore, the life form is not completed. Okay? You have only the shell, therefore you cannot live without the consciousness. Because the consciousness is indeed the core of life. Allow this basically is the energy really. It's a very important energy, allow your physical body to grow. So without this core, you cannot grow up. So therefore, the life finished. Is that clear? This part, I just want to show you, I just want to confirm to you that our real self is not this person that you see in the mirror. It's the one inside that you cannot see because it's intangible. That's why the Thai people, the Thai ancestors said that your inner self indeed is the boss, whereas this one is only a shell or a servant. So I'm going to confirm to you further that our inner self, mental self, is the boss. Can I have my staff with me? Can I borrow you then, Pink, please? Just bring the chair out here for me, please. Okay. Pink is going to be the physical self, the physical body, okay, which is the one that you can see in the mirror. And I'm going to be the inner self, the intangible part, okay, the non-physical part that you cannot see, but exist within this life form. Exist within this life form, okay, which you cannot see. So it is this consciousness which allow your eyes to see. This consciousness allow your ears to hear, allow your nose to smell, allow your tongue to taste, allow your body to feel the texture, okay? Because this thing is the mission control within this life form. Allow your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin to function, to perceive the perception of sight, sound, smell, taste, and texture. However, there are 4 events, okay, that this consciousness nature is not within the body, which are when you fall into a deep sleep, when you are unconscious. This is the consciousness. When you are unconscious, no consciousness. Can you see that? Okay? When you are in a coma or when you are dead. Okay? These 4 events, this core of life, your consciousness, is absent from your body. And let us see what's going to happen when this part, your consciousness, absent from the body. So let's choose for Pink what role play that you like her to play. You like her to fall into a sleep. You like her to be unconscious. We got need a hammer. You like her to be in a coma. A bit more hard work to get her into a coma. You like to be in a coma, my dear?
No, thank you.
Oh, you like to be dead. It's all your choice. Well, let them choose for you. Go on, choose. Which one you like him to be? Shall we knock her unconscious? Let's God knock you unconscious. She's such a good impressionist. Such a good impressionist. Okay, you're going to be unconscious, whatever. Okay. Deep sleep, deep sleep, deep sleep. Okay, Pink is in deep sleep now. Okay. When Pink is in deep sleep, her eyes are still here, right? Her eyeball is still here. Can she see? Okay, I open her eyes. Can she see? No, she cannot see. Pink cannot see. Is it because she is blind? Or is it because her consciousness is not here with her? Which one? Which one? Is she blind? Is it because it's because the consciousness is not with her, right? That's why she cannot see, right? Her ears, well, can she hear? When you in this four event, can you hear? No, you cannot hear. Is it because she is deaf? Or is it because the consciousness is absent? Second one, isn't it? Right? Same as your nose cannot smell, your tongue cannot taste, you know. Oh, it's fire, fire, Pink, get up, fire, we got to run away. When you are in a deep sleep, oh, you're very good. Okay. See? We got to pick her up now. Fire, fire. If you are really in a deep sleep or coma, see? All your skin here cannot feel all the texture. I can beat her up and she would feel anything. Can you see that? Can you see that? Is it very much like a shell? Isn't it? Without the core of life. This part is your real self, the core of life. When this part, in these four events, okay, the core of life is absent from the body. This part is just like a shell. Do you agree? Is there any objection? No, it's not true. Can you see that? Okay? In the morning, you have the word, I am conscious, I am awake. The part that makes you awake, the part that makes you conscious is this consciousness nature. This conscious nature makes you awake. Can you see that? So in the morning, this thing, his mental self come back. Boop, woo, life is back. Pink can see, Pink can hear, Pink can sing, Pink can smell, drink. I tried to get you to run away from the fire. You fell into a deep sleep. Can you see that? Life comes back when your inner self is back, when your consciousness is back. I don't have to do this to you. You can act better. Okay. Okay, is that clear to you? Okay, so all this, I just like you to know that. I just want to convince you that we got two self, your physical self and the mental self, the inner self. Now, can you tell me that which self is your real self? Which one? Our inner self, right? Which is the part that can you see or not? Is it physical or non-physical? Non-physical, intangible. You can only see your shell in the mirror, but you cannot see your mental self in the mirror. But this mental self that you cannot see happen to be your true self. Thank you very much, darling. Thank you. You put my chair back. Right. To me, you know, this information about our real self is so important. About the shell, about the true self, is so important. But it is quite scary, quite alarming that this very important information has never been taught in our mainstream education. No matter what level of education, we never talk about who is the real self, who is the fake self, the shell. We never talk. So what's happened? What happened is that we only know how to look after the person that we see in the mirror. We use up all the natural resources and the brain resources just to look after this shell. Every morning we can, we got to exercise, got to have fresh air, got to do yoga, do Tai Chi, we got to eat nutritious food, we got to buckle the seatbelt, got to take, vitamin, we got to build a strong house, we got to have good material, look after your skin. Everything that you talk about is all about looking after this shell. That the longest that you live is what, 100 years? Who is the youngest one here? Yeah. Another 70, how old? I won't ask your age. You are, okay. Another 75 years, everyone in here is all dead. This is not a curse or anything. I let you live 100 years old, okay? Is that enough for you?
Too much for me.
Oh, too much for you, okay. Anyway, you have it anyway. Okay? 100 years is the most that we can live. Okay? Which, according to the Buddha, is just so short. Whereas this one is live much longer. Also in a new body. This soul is the old soul, okay? And then every time come to this plane, we choose a new body. And then we die, and then this thing carry on traveling, and then come back, we choose another body. All these things from eon to eon. Okay, so anyway, what I try to tell you is that all we know is our physical body, and all we look after is our shell. Whereas this one, a real self, we have no knowledge of. Therefore, we don't know how to look after our inner self, our real self. We don't know how to defend our inner self. So what happened? Have a look. Our inner self, our real self, is very much like being lost, okay? Wander into the battlefield, surrounded with all the enemies, and being punched, being kicked, being attacked, being stabbed by the enemies in the way that you don't know. This is what happened. This is our mental self, our real self, the red part. This is the problem, our problem. Every problems, okay, in the end, they will end up as our thoughts and feelings. Thought and feelings represent with all these enemies surrounding us, and then you are being kicked, being punched, being abused, being tortured by your own thoughts and feelings. And you have no way to defend yourself, because you don't even know your true self. You don't even know your true enemies. And we are all sleeping with the enemies. Okay? We let our enemies, abuse us, torture us. The night that you are so, tossing and turning, cannot sleep. You think what's happened? That it exactly, your enemy is abusing you, torturing you. The restless night. And the point is that you have no way to defend yourself because you don't know your true self. It is non-physical, intangible, along with the enemies, your thought and feeling, they are non-physical. But all these, they all exist in this person that you see in the mirror. And this is the very beginning, the very source of all the problems in the world. This is nothing to do with Buddhism. It's only that the Buddha have found out this fact, this truth of life. Okay? This is about humanity, about human problems. We all have thoughts and feelings. Okay? And we all have consciousness or our mental self, inner self, all the same. And no one knows that this is our true self. This is the enemies that we are sleeping with. And all these enemies torture us, abuse us on a daily basis. And we have no way to defend ourselves at all. This is big problem. This is not tiny thing. Can you see that? As soon as I see you, I don't know you, but as soon as I see you, I offer you the best knowledge. Allow you, helping you to know your true self. Okay? And not just that, helping you to know your true self, and not just that, I help you to defend your true self. How to defend your true self? To defend your true self is to bring your mental self back. Back what? Back home. your breath, home to your movement, home to your physical sensations. Okay? It means that from now on, whenever you are troubled, emotionally troubled, having painful thought, having turmoil, upheaval in here, losing control of your mind, okay? Losing control, having breakdown, all these things. You know how to defend yourself. Quickly bring your mental self back home. But this is not the thing you're going to do when you're being attacked. This is something you need to do every day from now on. Building the defense. Bring your mental self back home. Home is a safe place. Home is a safe place. The wall of this home is your breath, movement, sensation that you already have it within your life form. Keep up with the practice. And then whenever you are bumped into all these painful thoughts and feelings, you know how to defend yourself, which is coming home. That's all. Is it clear? Okay? It's very important that you know. Right. So even half a day, okay, we're going to break up our lunch now, okay? Even half a day, you have some idea, okay, of what to do to defend your inner self, your true self. Make it safe. Make it safe by bringing it back home. Home is a safe place, okay? Right. Is there any questions before we sit? Contact the lunch is here now, right? Oh, okay. Is there any question before we break up for lunch? Any question? Is it very clear to you? Okay, so at this stage, okay, for lunch, first of all, you know your mental self, which is your true self. Secondly, you know how to look after your true self by bringing your mental self back home. Okay? These are very important knowledge that every single human being must know. Okay? And this is I'm only the messenger. I just pass on the message. I thought that is good, very, important message. But you are the one who got to carry on with the work. No one can work for you because the pain is within you. The painful thought and feeling is within your head, within your heart. No one can pluck it out for you. All this entertainment business is only something that can really distract you from all this true cause of problem. It's only a bit of distraction. In the end, you come back to you cannot run away from yourself. Cannot run away. Okay? So always said, just in case that some of you don't come back this afternoon, okay? No one can do this work for you. You are the owner of your life. This is your life. This is your pain, okay? This is your problem. So therefore, you got to sort your problem out for yourself. And I give you the know-how. I give you the skill. The know-how is a very important part. A lot of the time we read, okay, it's good. Okay, I'm ready now, but how? This very first step is so important. So I try to make it very clear to you, okay? If you understand fully, when you go home today, your life will change and change for the better. Change for the better, okay? Look into the future another 5 years, 10 years, provided that you keep up with your skill of vipassana, mindfulness meditation, okay, you would look back and say that, oh my God, thank you that I have this skill. I don't know how to live my life without this skill. Because this is something I tell myself every day. That's why I'm so passionate to share the knowledge with you, okay? I've got 3 children. So don't look at me that I have no problem. Problem all around. But I know how to stay afloat the problem. I know how to live within the eye of the storm. what's going on right now in the world. We are entering the AI, artificial intelligence, okay, world. You think there is no problem? You got to be kidding. You got to be so well prepared for whatever that's going to happen in this world. We got no idea what's going to happen. I just know that you got to be prepared. And this is the knowledge that you need. Thank you for listening, okay? Right, we break for lunch now, and then 1 hour exactly, okay? We're going to do Tai Chi, a bit of Tai Chi, no? Yeah, okay. Let's say come back here at 1:15, 1:20, okay? And then we see, because there are still the 5 elements. There are 5 elements that make up our body. So far, I only tell you your physical body and your mental self, your physical self and your mental self. I still haven't told you about this part, 3 parts that I have to tell you this afternoon then, okay? Right, thank you very much everyone. I see you later. Thank you. Lunch is in that room, okay? You noted that the lunch box is there. And then we meet up here at about 1:20, please. Thank you.